Big ship sailing on the ocean. Woo! Big ship sailing on the ocean. And it's Breakfast with Bob.
And Pancho Man, everybody. We are brought to you by Hoka, Polar, UCAN, Velovix, Normatec, Active Canyon, Form Goggles, and Pumin. We will have our championship edition Four Seasons Resort Hualalai. It's our 10th anniversary of beautiful Huggos on the Rocks. Our next guest, just coming off winning Ironman Wisconsin, going for her 13th Ironman World Championship in a row. Give it up for Lindsay Corbin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. It's just so wonderful to be here every
how
year.
fun.
I know.
Does it get old? Come on, 13 in a row.
Yeah. No, it doesn't get old. I did skip one year in 2015. I had a broken femur.
Wow.
But I came out and volunteered.
So you were here.
So I haven't missed a year though yet. So but yeah, I mean it's Hawaii. It's exciting. It's beautiful. It's every year's different.
It's totally different.
Exactly. So yeah, it still fires me up. That's why I'm here.
So, I mean, you've gone from the Chrissy Wellington era to the Daniela Reef era.
Yeah.
And just seeing how's a woman's field changed over the time you've been racing?
Yeah, it's just incredible. I mean, my first year was 2006, and McKeely Jones won, and Des Ficker was second. And
wow.
Yeah, so that was the first time in a long while that an American had been on the podium.
That's
and
right.
Just such an inspiration. And then, I got to see the entire Chrissy Wellington generation come through, and then now we have Daniela. And not only have they raised the bar, but I have as well as an athlete. And I think that's been what's incredible to see part of it is just that the women keep getting better and better, and we just keep stepping up our game, and I think proving what's possible and what we're capable of. And I think on Saturday we're going to see some incredible women's performances. I mean, last year I was 10th, and I think I was only 90 seconds away from 6th.
And how did your time compare?
Exactly.
Was it your best time ever here?
Yeah, I went under 9 hours. Like that used to be like
you go under 9 hours, you're definitely on a podium, and you're probably winning a race.
I forget how many times that time would have won the race. How many years that 8:58 would have won the race, and you would think I'd be over the moon with 8:58, but then you see what Daniela did, and you're like 8:58's
8:28. Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah. 8:26.
Yeah.
It's just a different world.
Yeah.
But so what has been the biggest change? Has it been the bike? Is it?
I think all across the board. I mean, someone asked me the other day what it was going to take to beat Daniela or to win the race. And I said, you can no longer have a weakness. Like, it used to be that you could be a weak swimmer and kind of get away with the bike and move up there on the run. But I think you have to be strong, swim, bike, and run.
Right.
And I think for sure this year for the women, you're going to have to run under 3 hours to 3. I don't think we'll see many women in the top 10 running slower than a 3:05. So, and that's...
It used to be if you were around 3, you knew there's a good chance you'd be in a podium.
Yep. Yeah.
So how many total Ironmans have you won? 8?
Yeah. 8 wins.
8 Ironman wins.
Yeah.
26 Ironman finishes.
Yep.
Oh my God. That's an 18 Ironman podiums.
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
5 times 70.3 champion, 35 70.3 podiums.
Yeah.
Oh my God! When you look back at it, does it just sort of mind-boggling for you? Like, I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, I just finally have started to embrace it in the I think last year when I was here with you, and then this year of like I'm the seasoned veteran of
you
the
are.
field, and you just gotta own it. And but you know what? I still think I have my best races in me, which is what's keeping me coming back. I still feel like I'm improving as an athlete. And last year you finished the race, and it was like every year I finish and say it's the hardest thing I've ever done. I don't know if I can come back. And then you look at it and you're like, I was 90 seconds away from 6th place. Like 90 seconds, that's nothing in a 9-hour race.
And you were 10th.
Yeah. Exactly.
90 seconds between 6th and 10th.
Yeah.
Well, that's, I think, one of the big differences. It used to be there was big gaps on the Queen Highway coming back from the Energy Lab.
Yeah.
Now there's racing. That last 10K, you can gain 10 spots, you can lose 10 spots.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what I'm most excited for on Saturday. I think I've been running really well. I've been really focused on, and we looked at what was my limiter last year and where we could improve. And I think I could have run about 5 minutes faster last year. So it's, hopefully we can put that into play for this weekend. And I look forward to that last hour of the race. That's usually when you're a diesel engine like myself and a seasoned veteran, that's the time to shine.
So is that like you go into it going, okay, I want to stay relevant throughout this race, but that last hour belongs to me.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I think from my experience here, you just have to race your own race. And, sometimes that means letting people go up the road and just have confidence in the training you've done and be ready to back yourself. And that's to me netted my best performances here.
So I think you've been in all the different times. How many? You've been fifth here. You've been fifth. You've been eighth. You've been 10th.
Yeah, I've been top 15 10 times.
10 times
Yeah.
top 15.
So-
That is pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
And just the whole concept of training and racing and trying to qualify to get here is not easy. When this is over, when Kona's over, then what? How long before you start thinking about, okay, next year and getting my spot for Kona?
Yeah, well, like you mentioned, I won Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So I actually am already qualified for number
next
14.
year.
So we don't have to worry about next year yet. But I've always had the mentality of whatever race is the next race is the A race. So for me, when I raced Wisconsin, that was
That's
the
it.
race I wanted to win. I wasn't thinking about Kona. And for me, I'm thinking about Kona. And then when Kona's finished, I'll be thinking of my next race, and that'll be the next race that I want to win. So I tend to, I think with the new point system or the new qualifying
Yeah.
system, it rewards the strong athletes and the athletes that are meant to be here. And so for me, I just race to the best of my abilities on the day and the course. And I choose from that. So.
At this point in your career, do you feel you're more of an Ironman athlete or a 70.3 athlete?
Oh, 100%.
Ironman.
Yeah, I definitely resonate more with the Ironman. I love the mental challenge. I like the physical challenge.
Yeah.
For me, the draw to it was this immense challenge, and so much can go wrong in 9 hours. And how well can you problem solve through that and work through that? And that definitely for me is where I excel and do well. So I would love to be a 70.3 specialist because you can race them more frequently.
Yes.
I definitely respect, like, every time I do an Ironman, especially this one, I say, I just took 10 years off my life. Like,
Really?
they are brutal. This is just brutal.
I
Like,
took 10 years off my life, and I'm already qualified for next year.
so let me do
hell?
it again. So I just truly love it and I enjoy it. But yeah, you have to respect them. You can't race them that often, but when you do, they're special. So I only get a few times a year where you get to reach peak fitness like this, and you get to showcase all your hard work. And so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Best race ever. Was it your 842?
Actually, my best race ever was in 2013, and I had a stress fracture coming into the race. My longest run before the race was 9 miles.
Here?
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
And I had a sprint finish for 10th place. I ran a 3:05 marathon off of 1 9-mile long run.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had a sprint finish with Amanda Stevens on Elite U Drive, and I took the last podium spot for 10. So I would say of all my performances, like that one, I punched way above my pay grade and just really went to the well. And the beauty of our sport is when you surprise yourself, right? When you
Absolutely.
have a performance that you didn't think you were capable of, and
That's the magic.
yeah, that's what keeps you coming back. So 2013 was a special year, but they're all special. Actually, last year 10th was amazing too. Like, I had not been in the top 10 for a couple years and battling it out there, and we were all lined up. And Corinne was right in front of me, who was before me for the interviews, and yeah, you can just see him out there, and that's what's fun.
Yeah, when you come back from the Energy Lab and they're all lined up,
Yeah.
and you know that, and then they're lined up behind you too. That's scary.
I call it the Turtle Derby.
The Turtle Derby.
Because we're all just inching forward as best as you possibly can. And yeah, it's just one foot in front of the other by that point. And if you can actually be truly running that last 10K, like, it's magical. It's a great place to be.
And if this is 13,
Yeah.
do you have a number where you go, okay, when I get to 15, drop the mic, I'm out?
Yeah, I definitely would like to go 2 more after this, so I'm qualified for next year. But I think 15 will be a good number. Like, I've shed a lot of sweat, blood, and tears
Yeah.
on that Queen K. So I would love to get to 15, and that doesn't mean I'll be done racing, but probably here in Kona, I would feel happy. And with that, like, to me, I want to have my best. Like, I got to go all in this weekend, right?
Absolutely.
I only have a few more chances, so I'm cashing in the chips.
Yeah. It's not like you're going, I'm training through this one. I'm going to
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah,
No, this is it.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it.
I love it. I love your personality. I love the fact that You always go for it out here.
Yeah.
You're not afraid of the moment, right?
No. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. I respect this island and this race. It's it's a challenge, but I love it.
Love it. How about a round of applause for Lindsay Corbin, Poncho Man.
I say, big ship sailing in the ocean. Choo! Ship sailing on the ocean. And it's breakfast with Bob. Choo!
Poncho Man, everybody, and Lindsay Corbin.